First thing I would like you to do, please, is to just listen.
Listen to me. Like I do this all the time. If I go out at the house or to the door, Matthew has his toys, and then Matthew has all his toys.
Okay, but I have to yell at you guys.
Okay, Linda, listen, Linda, listen.
Okay, what?
Like everything they do at this house, you can't trust everything at Grandma's house.
Okay.
Okay, then what?
I can only hope to be as persuasive as a 3-year-old, but nevertheless, Miss Sarah Thibault and I are going to present how we are flipping our grade 9 classrooms. A lot of the worksheets that we're providing and giving you can be found on the blog. My blog is missjapproach.wordpress.com, and the flipped classroom concept sheet can be found here as well. The first thing that I wanted to show you is where we put our prep work. So instead of me lecturing in class, putting the PowerPoint notes up on the projector in class, putting any notes on the projector, or just having them handed out and reading them, I post all that on the blog. So the students go home and they read all of these notes on their own time. So instead of me spending X amount of time waiting for 30 students to copy down notes, all at different paces, they do it at home. So that way they can figure out how much time they need, they can read it, they can print it off. Essentially, however they learn, they do that learning at home. I try to post prep work 2 to 3 times a week. Essentially, prep work is usually a video, notes. They don't take any more than maybe 5 to 20 minutes. So realistically, they're doing no more than an hour to an hour and a half of prep work, not homework, a week. The reason I do this is because instead of my class being a lecture, note-taking class, it becomes a project discussion-oriented class. And anything that can be done on their own, without a teacher, is really just posted on the blog. Second thing I would like to discuss with you is Shakespeare in Bits. This is the app that we're currently using in the grade 9 classroom. I'm just going to play a little bit for you and then talk about it after.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? It's the law of our side if I say I.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I'm for you. I serve a good as man as you.
No, better.
Well, sir?
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be men. Gregory.
Okay, so instead of me reading with them and then explaining what's happening, or them reading by themselves, and I say, okay, look on the left page so you can see the translation of what the heck is going on in Middle English, they can take the app and they have the choice to either read by themselves, read with a partner, or some people like to go in a group of 2 or 3. I like it because, as I showed, you can make the screen bigger, you can make it smaller, so that way they just have the text on one side and the picture on the other, or just the full movie and the subtitles can be on it. Whatever is being read or viewed in front of you is going to be highlighted in red, as well as words that they don't understand or have different meanings. You click on, and it takes it out of Middle English into, I guess, the English we speak today. I don't really know if that has a term. Also, on the left, these little pink circles, there's things like miscellaneous, history, language, and when you click on those, it gives you background information in order to help understand the play. Normally this doesn't load, but because it's online, it is right now. It's quite quick, so this is another example. The neat thing is, on the app, you can go to different scenes, and it has a synopsis on there. It tells about all the different characters, it explains who the characters are. So what we do as a class is they read various scenes, and then we come to the class and we discuss it. Okay. How we discuss the majority of these scenes is through Edmodo. I'm a firm believer in that basically English is not about learning literature for literature's sake, and comprehension questions is not the end all of English. It's only a very small portion of English. They're good to ensure that the students know what's going on, but it shouldn't necessarily be what the whole entire test is on. The test is on big picture items. So we put a lot of our comprehension questions on this thing that kind of looks like Facebook. After every scene, I post questions to generate discussion, and then they have 3 options. They can either A, answer one of my questions, B, submit their own question, or C, comment on my question or comment on somebody else's question. After every scene, they have to do one of those things, comment or pose a question. And the neat thing is kids go way and above and beyond that, and they end up replying quite a bit. On March 9th, I posted one question here. Do you consider Romeo and Juliet's meaning romantic? And then I have 3 replies. They go through it in very much detail. And then I say, why does Capulet stop Tybalt from going after Romeo at their masquerade party? There's some more questions that are being answered there, etc. And then Maria posts to our group, would you try to marry someone even though your parents don't approve? Gentrix asks, what's Tybalt's reaction when he hears Romeo's voice at the party? So it's not just me generating the discussion, they're doing it as well. I think it's awesome. It's an app on my phone, and most students have downloaded it on their phone too. I'm getting responses anywhere at 10, 9 at night. One time I got a couple of responses at 2 in the morning, which is then when I turned the volume off my phone. But nevertheless, they're on here, they're using it. With Edmodo, you can also post alerts, assignments, quizzes, and polls. So I've done a few polls, I've done a few quizzes. Everything can be marked right on here and then submitted to you on the web tool, so you don't have to do any extra marking, and I'll kind of post it there for you nicely. I've had parents email me about this app, basically saying we have no idea what you have our son or daughter into, but it's kind of interesting because they're arguing with their friends online over a book in English class, which is kind of neat. All right, I'm very happy with our classroom progress. I think the learning is taking place at home and at school, and slowly but surely they're realizing that they don't need me. They can be less dependent on me, and they can learn how to acquire the skills that they're going to need for their future on their own. Any questions? Let us know. The end.